So many thanks for joining us as we wrap up the week. And of course, as Harriet said, we are doing this. Helen K is also standing by. Later, she'll be bringing us Big Brother Titan. I always have to take my time so I don't say Niger. So yeah, Big Brother Titans later on the show. So just stick and stay with us and let's have a very good 1 hour of pure entertainment right here on Entertainment Review. So that basically, that's what's coming up.
I think we should just go straight into the discussion for today.
I guess so.
Yep. Yes, and Desi will be the one to lead that particular discussion. So Desi, take it away.
Yeah, so we're beginning with a story that is trending right now. I should think that by now the video is out, but we had after a tweet from the account of reggae legend Bob Marley, Robert Ernest Marley, that he was doing a new version of Stir It Up, a song by himself and the Wailers Band. Of course, the band and Bob Marley worked together on a lot of things, produced a lot of albums, blessed the world with some great music, and they were going to feature SARKODIE on this new one, and it broke the internet. Everybody was talking about it. SARKODIE tweeted about it, that he was happy that he was going to be on that particular joint that was released today. So if you haven't heard the song yet, I'd want us to just have a sneak peek of SARKODIE's verse on the song that is Stir It Up by Bob Marley, originally recorded in the year 1973 and all of that. So yes, let's check out SARKODIE's verse on this one.
For what I said about how hard I go on myself, when we had the email or the conversation, I almost passed it on, not just out of respect. I felt that I was not worthy to lay my vocals next to the legend. For what I said about how hard I go on myself, when we had the email or the conversation, I almost passed it on, not just out of respect. I felt that I was not worthy to lay my vocals next to the legend. I was really hard on myself, and my manager was like, this is a big opportunity, but because the artist side of me is thinking more about the art, it's not the opportunity. So I didn't even listen to anything. I just felt I'm not the right person to lay my vocals to the legend. Then they sent the record and we opened his vocals. This is his real vocals, like when he recorded it. And then when I was listening to that in the studio, I captured it on camera. It was like very spiritual at that moment. And I think I did like 4 verses and I had to choose the right one. Everything I say, I'm like, I'm saying something next to Bob Marley. It feels like me and him in the booth. Like, you can't. There are a few people that I feel like that when I work with them. The man that inspired me to rap or rap for, he's a rapper. He's never cursed. He's never used profanity. And he was catering to the youth. I didn't know how he was able to do that. I tried it, but the new generation is hard to like keep it too censored. You want to say stuff that you feel. But that's what I respect about him. So anytime I'm about to work with him, I sit down to see every line. If every line is like out of what his brand stands for. So that's the same feeling I have with Bob Marley.
The body mommy beeping the hammer Tiana my chat on straight to Bahamas. I could honeymoon about my yellow that we wanna just call the mommy made the man what him so send me Hannah made the dana mat to me woman the come and made the Safan who to order. Or Bana Mamma who sang me in the call them man of my yellow. Or show me no who said the heat if I was it would be the dinner
of Stir It Up by Bob Marley that features SARKODIE on that one, and this beat was recreated by MOG.
MOG Beats.
I was going to say MOG Music. That is the gospel musician. This is MOG, the beat maker. So, ladies, have you listened to the song?
I have. I mean, I was listening to it the whole of today, and
what do you think?
Okay, so I am a big fan of Bob Marley because of my dad. I grew up listening to a lot of reggae songs from Bob Marley, Gregory Isaac, Buju Banton, and the rest. Well, this particular one, SARKODIE is the best. When it comes to rap music, I'll say that SARKODIE is the best. I can boastfully say that in Africa.
Yeah.
But I don't know. There's just something about the lyrics in there. It was too sexually for my liking. You know, there's a way of singing or relaying a message that maybe you want to relay a love message, and then another person will relay the same message, but it will mean something different. And when I was listening to it, I was like,
But
the
that's what-
X-rated words were a little bit cringy.
no, X-rated.
Oh,
What
no.
X-rated word
Listen
was
to it
there?
again. Like, Anajumeyo, then, like, it was,
Yeah.
I honestly, I was
I
like, oh.
disagree with you on this particular
Yes,
one.
that is why
I
we're all here.
I disagree
We
with you on
can
this
all
one
agree.
because the initial concept for Stereotype was Bob Marley singing the song for his wife, right?
Yes, exactly.
So there was
it's
See,
a love
love
song. The title
in
says
there.
when you listen,
Stereotype.
no, stir it up. When you listen to Bob Marley's, it's so contradicting. Like the beautiful love song and SARKODIE's sexual raps. It's not for me, honestly. And I'm just glad it was just like 55 seconds. When he's done, I get to enjoy Bob Marley's beautiful voice and all that. SARKODIE is good. He's good, but this one,
Okay, Helen.
I mean, when I listened to it, I was like, there is this laugh thing in there. The main theme of the song is laugh. So yes, we have to expect that. And people were saying that, like Harriet was saying, is sexually explicit. But I think that's where they're getting it wrong. It's actually sexually suggestive. So there's a difference in there. So he's usually actually making it, to have a flow in the initial song, featuring it together, yes. But then I think people are getting it wrong with that part. So he's just being sexually suggestive, which I don't see anything wrong with it.
Oh.
Yes.
So, and
I felt a little bit cringe. I was like, SARKODIE.
you hear these, no, but you hear these
there's
things
a way
all
of
the time.
like I say, the Chi language.
Yeah.
There are certain words, as she said, sexually suggestive, but there are certain words that when you say it in English, it doesn't sound so bad. But when you bring it to Chi, it's
No,
and that is how I
and
felt.
I want to understand. You've sat here, you've sang Aje, baby. You've sang that.
Well,
You've
that one
sang
is
Labadi.
different. No, I think comparing it to Bob Marley's soothing voice and how he comes in with a hardcore, sexually suggestive, as Helen will say, there's a disparity in there for me.
I really don't see what the hardcore bit is.
There's a
because-
disparity in
Maybe
there for
because
me.
it's Bob Marley, people are not expecting that. Bob Marley, his songs are usually not about that, about love, really. So people are not expecting SARKODIE to really go that lane with it. Because maybe they didn't understand the theme of the song. But if we are
See,
going
Helen, and
according
even
to
though
the
the
theme
song
of the
is
song,
for his wife, it was much more
It's his wife,
subtle love song. SARKODIE is, please.
But even
can we play it
explain-
again? Can we play?
No, okay. So this is what I want us to do, right? This is a huge project. I mean, the conversation about who is landlord and,
Yeah,
and,
different.
and who
Was bigger than Jay-Z.
who is bigger than Jay-Z or even
Yeah.
Bob Marley at this point. I don't think there's any other artist,
Yeah.
and I'll agree with a lot of people. If there's any other artist that anybody could feature with at this point who'd be bigger than Bob Marley.
Yeah.
It's a big deal for SARKODIE. As SARKODIE said in the interview with Amazon, he said that when it came to him, he was shocked. He felt that he wasn't the right person to do that. I've had conversations that since Bob Marley was a reggae person, it could have gone to a reggae person to be able to do that. But I guess they wanted a new feel to that. And that is where MOG comes in. MOG adds something to it. So he brings a bit of hip hop into the reggae feel. So it's now a reggae hip hop thing. And SARKODIE, like he said he recorded 4 verses and he just took his time to make sure that all his lyrics, every verse made sense so that, as you're saying, that people will not say that Bob Marley is like this and this one is like this. So he was very careful putting that together. And for me, I think that the song-
Maybe
the song
I'll
is-
have to listen to it
the
again.
song is about love.
Right.
The song is about stereotype. Stereotype. Getting into the emotions at that moment.
That's in
you're
the
starting
moment.
to-
And that's all he was trying to achieve.
and that is what he was trying to do.
Yeah.
And for
I'll
me,
have to listen to it again, but I beg to differ, honestly. Maybe, as I said, the disparity in there. Bob Marley's soothing voice and the hardcore raps. it's not for me.
Okay.
I
So,
loved him with Samini Love Rocks.
yeah.
Yeah, what he did on there. So I'm not surprised that he asked him to do this particular one
Yeah,
because
because he's done it before.
Sarkodie is a versatile rapper. I usually thought, before he even started singing on his songs, I thought Sarkodie was all about rapping. And then he started singing, and he's good at it as well. So yes, he can do whatever he sets his mind to, but this is not for me.
Okay. So that's
not.
Harriet's thoughts. She thinks that this is not doing it for her. But I think that it's a big thing. We need to. I mean, of course, from all of us here on the table, we're congratulating Sarkodie on this one.
Yeah,
And his team.
it's huge.
MOG putting this together. This is going to be there forever. Bob Marley has passed on it many years ago, but we still sing to his tunes. And for his team to be able to sit down and say that we want Sarkodie from Ghana to do this, it is a very, very, very big deal. So you can let us know, if you're watching on Facebook, what do you make about the whole song and, the whole conversation about, the other bits that has also come up is that it's a global song, so why did he rap mostly in Chi? I don't know.
But wait, Angelique Kidjo wins Grammys and how many times?
Of course, that is the other part of the
Yeah,
argument.
so we shouldn't always try to fit in, and because English is a global language.
Yeah.
No, a lot of people will listen to your song and not understand it, but still love it, the way you flow and all that. So I don't think that it's an issue here. I mean, Chi is his language and he's good with it.
And I mean, that's what he's been doing for a very long time. He's known for this.
Why should he?
And so
the
if
South
you say-
Africans, when you see them commenting on posts on Facebook, they start with English.
Right,
Then
and
they
before you
switch
know-
their, you can't
they
even
are-
translate.
right.
And they will never change. And we go there to read some of their
So
comments.
basically,
And
he
we listen to them.
represented
Yes.
the motherland,
Yes,
Right.
he is.
Yeah.
He's taken us global, and that's what
Exactly.
is his
And
originality.
people want to find out, hey, who is Sarkodie? Who is Sarkodie? And they will come back to Ghana.
Right.
Yeah, so I
But
don't
Shatta
find
Wale has
anything.
also been making his own
Don't
way
mind
about
Shatta
and
Wale.
his
Shatta
good
Wale.
songs and all that. It's funny.
This is about
And,
Sarkodie. So
right,
it's about Sarkodie
Yeah.
and
Oh, it's
Yeah,
about
Bob
Sarkodie,
Marley
but I
and what
mean,
he's
when
done.
Shatta Wale did his thing with Beyonce, people had issues with it here and there, and people were more or less like saying that, it's not good. Like, the argument between Shatta Wale and Sarkodie all
Yeah.
the time. So this one, Shatta Wale would also want to get involved in it. It's about Shatta Wale, it's about Sarkodie, but Shatta Wale somehow would want to get into it. And for him, we think that we should praise him because someone is there doing the song with a ghost.
Okay.
But then we move.
No. I know a lot of people have
Right.
been asking questions that, but money who is passed on, of
Yeah.
course, there are people
Yeah.
who still
Right, so people have
handle
that,
things
they
like
don't
that,
really
and
understand,
they,
but-
they then
Yeah.
try to look for innovative ways to
Yeah.
keep their names alive. So definitely that's a big deal for Sarkodie, and congratulations to him. The video is out. I've also seen on social media on Twitter that the whole project happened about 3 years ago.
Yeah, I remember Posy G in an interview said something like
Yeah.
that.
There's someone
Yeah,
bigger than Jay-Z.
yeah, and I think
know,
he
and people are
brought this
wondering.
whole.
You think that this is-
Yeah.
people are like,
People are like, someone who is
So yeah,
dead.
this is
Like-
what he's talking about. I think that this is what he was talking about. Someone who is bigger than Jay-Z, and this thing is still trending. A lot of people
Yeah.
are arguing, debating that
Yeah.
indeed is Bob Marley really bigger than Jay-Z
Because he's not alive.
Yes, he's no longer alive. We're talking about relevance here and all that.
Yeah.
But please,
But of
Michael
course,
Jackson
his music-
is still
He's still
relevant.
relevant,
His
right.
music is still making money. People are still
Yeah.
listening to.
Yeah.
People are buying his jackets and shoes and all that. He's still relevant, even though he's dead. So yes.
So for me,
Bob
this-
Marley is big.
Yeah, and the other thing that I've seen and I totally agree with is MOG. Think that, you see, when we talk about Ghanaian creatives and earning from what they do, it's a very difficult thing down here. This is Bob Marley. MOG's signature is on that. He remade the song. He's going to get royalties for the rest of his
Absolutely.
life.
I know.
Yes, because
and
the
this one
system
is
is
going to
work.
come
So
well.
this is
big
a
royalty.
big deal
Unlike
for,
the ones they
for
get,
MOG,
get
and
in Ghana
congratulations
here.
to all of them for making us proud. It's all over the blogs across the world, Bob Marley featuring Sarkodie on this particular one. So yes, so that's it about Sarkodie and Bob Marley. The video is out, the official video is out. We'll play that for you. Yeah, we'll get that for you.